The Special Boat Squadron was also involved in the final Allied offensive in Italy in April 1945. One of its members, Anders Larsen, now a major, carried out raiding operations on Lake Comacchio. During these he won the SAS's only Victoria Cross for covering the withdrawal of his men under heavy fire until he was killed. Larsen had already won 3 military crosses, and he was deeply mourned by all who had known this outstanding officer. As the war ended, 1 and 2 SAS, together with the brigade headquarters and paratroopers, were sent as anticipated to Norway to oversee the disarming of the German forces there. Despite its professionalism and skills, the authorities did not envisage a role for the SAS in the post-war British Army, and by the end of 1945 it had been completely disbanded. But this was not the end of the story, for the SAS was reborn during the 12-year campaign against communist terrorists in Malaysia. The regiment reassumed its role of long-range penetration, developing techniques for parachuting into the jungle. Subsequent campaigns took the SAS to the barren wastes of South Arabia, where it gave active support to the Sultan of Oman in his fight against Marxist insurgents who threatened to overcome the country. The SAS trained the local tribesmen and led them in battle against the rebels. During the 1982 Falklands campaign, the SAS carried out an operation only too familiar to those who had served with it in North Africa 40 years before. This was the highly successful raid on the Argentine airstrip on Pebble Island, before the British landings on East Falkland. The SAS men gained total surprise and succeeded in destroying 6 Pucara and 4 Turbo Mentor ground attack aircraft and a Skyvan transport plane. The raid left the Argentines without any aircraft on the islands to attack the landings when they took place 4 days later. A decade later, the SAS was back in the desert, and again operating deep behind enemy lines, this time in Iraq, during the 1991 Gulf War. In an extraordinary replay of the battles 50 years earlier, in which it had won its spurs, the SAS used Land Rovers as well as helicopters to disrupt Iraqi communications. A more modern task was hunting down the Scud rocket launchers with which Saddam Hussein was threatening his neighbors. In the years since 1945, the SAS has taken on a variety of new roles, especially in the field of counter-terrorism in Northern Ireland, when it carried out numerous covert surveillance operations as well as ambushes. The regiment has remained true to the principles developed by David Stirling and the other founder members in the deserts of Egypt and Libya. Its men continue to wear its famous beige beret and winged dagger cap badge with pride, and competition to get into the regiment is fierce, with only a small number of applicants being accepted. Its actions have almost always been carried out in complete secrecy, the taking of the Iranian embassy being the only time that its troops have ever been seen in action. Above all, the SAS maintains the spirit encapsulated in its motto, coined by David Stirling in the desert in 1941: "Who dares, wins."